Hi guys, today I'm building a quest kind of system into the Zephyria RPG, and what I'd like to do is have some kind of a dialogue thing to interact with. So one of our game students produced this example dialogue. It's actually pretty good, so I'm going to use that as a basis and then see if I can parse this into the game, start a quest, get some rewards for completing the quest, and then, well, that's it, I think. We'll see how this goes. Right, so this needs to be loaded into the game. Let's go with Sarah, because that's the name of the NPC that's going to be using this particular dialogue. And that should then be loaded into the game. Let's see. Well, at least it doesn't crash. Failed to load dialog graph. Not found. I think it's literally because just added it, so it's right click, rebuild. There we go. So we got some dialogue going, and it called some functions which are not implemented yet, so I'm going to try and implement these functions. Okay. And the great thing about this is now all of these functions from this gameplay object are automatically parsed into the function handler, which essentially means that we can write scripts in non-source code form, which is great. So all these functions I can execute without having source code calls, essentially. In other words, I can have them in here, for example, in branches and functions, and they will be called in the game. So what I want is I need to be able to start a quest. And then that takes quest ID. I don't know what else. I don't think we need anything else, because using quest ID we can then obtain the actual quest going from here. So we've got this quest that I'm going to use, healing herbs from Sarah. Yeah, that's the one that I wanted to use. So it's got ID 7500, which means when the quest gets accepted, which is somewhere here, I need to call start quest 7500, and this will, as it is written, execute this function because it has the exact same function signature. I don't really have quest object just yet, So what I might do is just kind of mock our way through. Just do this kind of quests, and it's going to be an array list of integers. And then obviously implement at some later point. Quest ID, we add it. Complete quest. And because we have this, we also want to know if the character has quest ID. And that is going to return a billion quests, well, quest ID in quests. I think we need some logs in there just to make sure it gets called. Started quest. And then at the beginning somewhere here, there's a branch that I can use to check has quest 7500. If it does, if we do have this quest, then we go into this branch. If not, then the dialog begins for the first time. As item. So we need to figure out our healing herbs ID, which is that one. As item that, and because we're looking for 5 herbs, we need to add an extra argument and need to make sure the function name is correct. So has item, this branch is going to call this function. I think I've had an implementation of it here somewhere. So we got item ID, so we don't need that. We have the amount, we don't need that. So it's this. Has item. Data entries, find the item with the same ID, get the data. If not, return false. That means we don't have an item with ID, and if we return this, then we're checking that the item's quantity is more, or at least the same as this amount that we're looking for. That looks all right. So that should work. Add money. That's going to add 200. That's going to go and call that function, actually. Should be alright. I don't know if the value should be hard-coded into the dialog. I wonder if we can somehow extract it and use that value. Yeah, let's try that. So if I do this, 200 is the reward money. Let's make it 50. And then when completing this quest, which is this, complete quest, quest ID, then I can get the quest itself using that. I can then get the data from it. And if it's quest data type, then I can just add money quest data reward money. So that's kind of the high level implementation of that. Complete quest, in which case is the thing that I'm going to call here. Yeah, that kind of works. Yeah, because this is where we complete the quest. So it's complete quest. It was this ID, I think. Yeah, start quest, complete quest. Any other functions or branches we need to complete as item? So if we have the 5 healing herbs, then we complete the quest. Has quest. Yeah, I think that's it. Save that. Okay. And then in here, let's just log the quest ID. It's completed. Let's try that. Yeah, so that seems to work correctly. It called has quest, and I don't have that quest, so I went into this branch, and that should continue until I have a choice to start the quest. So I can select this. That should have started the quest. Nice. So that's done. I'll be back with the medicinal herbs. Yeah. Okay, so I've got the quest now. If I talk to her again, that goes into the above branch because we already have the quest, so that's correct. Let's say I have the herbs, in which case then the dialog should check if I have the item of type with this ID and this amount. You don't seem to have enough, which is correct because I only have 3. Okay, let's see if I have add item implemented. No, I don't think so, but I mean, it's probably implemented somewhere else, but it's not actually added yet. So yeah, I need to add this in here somewhere, so I can add items to my character, because otherwise there's no other way to obtain these healing herbs yet. So we don't need these things. Don't need that one. That's item, and there we go. So now I should actually be able to complete the quest. Let's first see if I can add items. Add item, what was the idea of this item? 6016. Add just one. Cool. So I've got 4 of these things. Yeah, let's talk and figure out what we need to do. Okay, so we did that. We say that we have the herbs and we don't have enough. So we need to add some more. Add item, let's add 2 of these things. Wait, that didn't go through. So I only have 5 now. I wanted to add more. Right, so we need to fix that. Why is it not going through to this thing? Because I'm calling. Add a login here. Add item with item ID amount, so I can see how many things I'm adding. And then I just realized that we need to remove those items at some point. Complete quest. Remove item 6016 5, because we want to remove 5 of those things. I want rebuild, and we need remove item. And very similar function signature. Remove item ID amount. We don't need these. Don't return anything. Okay, let's try that. So we need to figure out why it doesn't call the overloaded function. So it's add item 6016 and 5. Actually, I called it with 5, so it's the implementation that's wrong. Sorry, add item quantity. So the function call is correct, but this isn't added for some reason. I don't know why. Player inventory add quantity. if item is in items, then get item, get quantity. That would be why. That needs to be increased by the quantity, not just by 1. And then if we don't have the item, then we just create a new one. Okay, nice. So I fixed a bug in inventory. Yeah, let's try this. And item 6016 and 4. Cool. So it increases by the amount that I've just added. And we should now be able to complete our quest and still have 2 herbs left after the quest. That is odd. Just got stuck in the quest because I pressed 1 on the keyboard. Another bug to fix, it seems. That needs to be added somewhere so I don't forget. When using keys to advance choice node. Let's see if I can reproduce the bug. Okay, so that's interesting. I think this bug occurs only if I press a key to advance choice node while the text is being animated. Because when the animation stopped and I pressed 1, it just worked. Yeah, I mean, I'm just pressing 1 on the keyboard so it works. Right, we need to add item 6016. Let's add 5. We now have 8 of those herbs. Now we're going to complete the quest. I do have the herbs. Okay, so she's taking away 5 items, which is good. Quest 7500 is now completed. Remove item. Yeah, and then somewhere along these lines there will be a reward based on quest data. So that is great. Cool. So in this video we've added a very tentative draft of a quest system and integrated it with the dialogues, which are the main ways to initiate a quest, I guess. And we also tested the function and branch nodes in the dialog graph, which all appear to be working, and that's great. And in the next video, we'll see if we can add more quests and more dialogues. Thanks for watching.